This one over here, once again, works pretty well. Congratulations. I now see color, but I have to get this close to see it. I'm a big aficionado. If I'm going to use color, once again, I got to make sure people know it, you know, have fun with it. And I like the pieces I showed, I wanted to do, well, I did some where I put some watercolor in some sample ones, and I went, ooh, this is good. Because it looks cooler. Color is nice. It has a lot of strength and power. The only problem is all of the black and white ones I did, I could just toss them away and throw them away, and they'd be useless then. You know, so those are done, of course, in color, and they show up. This one's okay. I think this person needs to spend just a little bit more time in the observation end of things to see the bones a little bit better. The typography, well, that's not traced. You know, I mean, just trace it. You know, and that's a little labor intensive to do it, but it's about looking good. You know, the typography here is nicer looking than that typography there. Callouts, the same thing. You know, as I said, my callouts, I virtually trace them too, just because they would look better. And it's always about looking good. You know, if you look good, your clients. You know, I have to have my portfolio has to look good because my good looks themselves have never got me a job. You know. Tatiana, congratulations. Don't let the buffalo sit on them in the backseat of the car.
Oh, it was a wind after.
Your typography could be a little better too.
I know.
Yeah. One up there. Here's the only one that has gotten a little more adventurous. We have some muscles. And it stands out pretty well. It can be seen from a distance. Is this a guitar, by the way?
Yeah. I didn't finish it. It's not done.
Go a little bit more with the guitar.
Yeah, and the thing is that, I mean, you were saying something about how it looks like it's, you know, in reverse.
Yeah.
I meant to do that because I was trying to do like an X-ray.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why it was like that. No.
But you know, the trick to that maybe could be in the window dressing, let's just say, and we need to see something that we understand as a fluoroscope or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to put the little detail of the glowing over the hand, but I didn't have time to do that yet, so it's not quite
Maybe for down the way in your portfolio. Because I'm also thinking when you do x-rays, sometimes they put little special cross things or something like that, or measurement devices in there, so they'll know exactly how big such and such a bone is. You know, they're telltale things that say X-ray.
Yeah.
You know, and that's of course part of the you know, the crossing of the T's and dotting the I's kind of thing. And then it's time. That's just what it all is. It's about time. And you know, my biggest problem as an artist too, and I know that you may all have experienced this or can somewhat agree with me, is I have this, what's something up here that I want to do, but getting it to come out of this thing, that's another thing entirely. It doesn't always, absolutely everything that my plan is up here doesn't always come out of my hand. And that's just the way of life. You know, that's evolution of me as a person, as an artist or whatever. There's just no way in the world that I'm ever, you know, and that may have something to do with, like, no matter how good I do something, I know I can do it better. It's just, you know, and that's probably for the best, because if I ever say, well, that's it, this is the perfect piece, this is the greatest thing I've ever done, then, you know, then why would I do any more? I don't want to fail after this. I want to do something less than. I want to, you know, and I always figure that there's better stuff in me. You know, and I'll die someday thinking, I can't go now. I've got other stuff to do. You know, I've got to do good stuff yet. I haven't done it yet. You know, wait a minute. You know, and that's a way of life. You know, artistically. Let's stop for a couple minutes. Let's take a break. Let's go get something to drink. When we come back, I want to talk a little bit about the arm and the shoulder girdle, some of the stuff that helps us climb trees and run through the woods.
What time till we come back?
Let's go about 15 minutes or so.